Well, so many people make losing weight their New Year's resolution, and so to keep that promise to themselves, one researcher says it will take more than just willpower. He's uncovered some tricks that can help you win the battle of the bulge. CBS 11's national correspondent Jon LaPook explains.
Why do we eat when we're not hungry?
We are really a nation of mindless eaters. Hey, John.
Professor Wansink is taking a scientific approach to that question. His lab at Cornell University often looks more like a restaurant.
Great.
His theory is this: we eat with our eyes more than our stomachs.
Yeah, you like lasagna.
All these cues around us are suggesting how much to eat and what to eat. And at the end of the day, we've been essentially directed by these cues, not necessarily by our own thoughtfulness.
In this test, subjects think they are trying a new kind of pasta. They fill their plates, but after a mishap,
Yeah, that's gross. I'm sorry.
they serve themselves again. They don't know it, but this time they are given a slightly larger plate.
When we've done this dozens and dozens of times, people end up serving about 25% more in these bigger plates.
Wansink estimates we make 200-plus food choices every day. Most of them are influenced by factors we don't even notice, like the size of the serving dish or the distance back to the kitchen for a refill. In one experiment, he found that just adding food coloring to every 10th Pringle to suggest a portion cuts potato chip intake in half.
If you have every 7th chip colored red, what happens is when people get to 7, they kind of go, maybe that's a portion. They might eat 1 or 2 more Pringles, but they're not going to keep going.
In real life, where nobody is coloring our Pringles, this research translates to dishing out set amounts of food rather than eating from a large box. He also advises limiting variety as a way to eat less, especially at those all-you-can-eat buffets.
It's not only variety that leads people to eat more, it's also simply the perception that there's a lot of variety.
Do you want any chicken parmesan?
And who you sit by can be just as important as what you eat.
One way you can do is just change the pacing. You can key in on the person who's starting last. Start after they do. You can key in on the person who's eating slowest. You eat at their speed, not the speed of the person who's the speed eater.
People think willpower is the key to conquering mindless eating. Wansink's research finds self-control is only part of the puzzle.
The biggest mistake people make is to believe that they are the master and commander of all their food decisions, and to not realize that a lot of what's tricking them are sort of the barriers and the traps they set up for themselves.
Dr. Jon LaPook, CBS News, New York.
Look at that plate at the end. Some things to think about there. Eat like a toddler, basically.